Good morning, everybody. My name is Jeff, and I'm going to talk with you today about students as designers and actually working side by side with their teachers to create the what and the how of their learning, exercising true agency by doing work that matters with a local impact. You can hear my daughter. Ellie is running around in the back, but she's my why. As I think about the future of school, I want her to be raised with love and to have a chance to play and explore, but I also recognize that 70% of the jobs that will exist don't yet exist now. I also need to name that my work is influenced by a lot of people who have come before me, and placing equity at the center is really, really critical for my work. And so, I'm going to say that I think our schooling system is doing exactly what it was designed to do. That a few select get access to privilege, and that the subjugation and assimilation of cultures has been going on for a long time, and it leads to the compliance and standardization movements that we see writ large in our society today. The farm factory model that was invented in 1893 is what we're still operating under, and so many students are falling off this. And we're not still driving Model Ts, we're not still flying the Wright brothers planes, but we're still using that same model of education. A Nation at Risk, published 30 years ago, further codified the standardized movement that we are in today. A few months ago, A Nation at Hope was just released that talked about really educating the whole child and putting students at the center of their learning. So in my ABD inquiry, I looked at how might we paradigm shift so that students are co-designers of their learning, and doing that work really side by side with their teacher. I started with 6th graders taking apart computers and using purposes, parts, and complexities. And I'm not a computer guy, but we learned through that process that the design world is malleable, it's changeable, and if I can change it, then students can change it too. The next iteration, me as a poet and a writer, I wanted to teach them some self-publishing skills. And so they explored through a 6th grade expedition the unhoused of Oakland, and they sold their work to a large audience, and they made their own owl ink printing press at school. But I realized that was still my work that they were enacting, so then a simple shift to asking students, what do you want to do? How do you want to learn? And so we have 2 learning experiences up here. The one on the left is when our community did a walkout on May Day last year as a whole community to talk about equity for immigrant rights. The one on the right was our students all go to Point Reyes. I'm going to invite students up here because I think it's important that you hear their voice to talk about how they explored the refugee crisis in our city through their recent expedition that they just did last Saturday. So Brianna and Ariana, come on up.
Hello, my name is Brianna. I am a 7th grader at Ascend. Expo is an event to inform family and friends about the study topic. We usually gather information from research or assign articles from our teacher, or watching videos as a whole class. During Expo, we had stations that are 5 to 10 minutes. At these stations, students will inform you to show responsibility. During class, we designed t-shirts, and in art class, we made block prints. At the 7th grade Expo, we had a table to sell artwork and t-shirts for the refugee cause.
Hello, my name is Ariana. So what we did is that we saw documentaries and read articles about refugees and them leaving their home, leaving persecution, and leaving their home forcefully. So what we did to support them is that we made donation boxes and gathered with the IRC. We created t-shirts and helped refugees with what to do and everything.
Thank you. So, work that matters, actually doing work, and this is a sample from our kindergarten through our 8th grade all the way up. We ask kindergartners, TKers, what do you want to learn? And it's possible, like Kurt said, you can do this work with all ages. How do you want to share your learning, and what is it that inspires you and that you are passionate about? And for all of us, this is a room full of educators. We don't need to assume. We need to sit and listen with our kids. We need to get to know who they are, what they care about, and we need to give them love. And so, this last piece at Ascend, we've done a lot of these things on this journey. We shadow students. We spend full days with our kids in the uniforms, eating the lunches and getting to know what their experience is actually like. We interview them. We have them on our hiring committee. If you ask kids who they want to have as their teachers, they can tell you. And we have failed forward multiple times. We have a strong vision, and we keep failing forward to get to that vision. And so things like performing arts, a maker pilot we tried this year, Genius Hour, Flex Time, all of those pieces are ways that we have tried to get here. Students can't be passive recipients during their learning. They can't just collect dots. They have to be active agents. They have to give the opportunity to connect dots. Education is not the filling of a pail, it's the lighting of a fire. And so today, I want you to imagine if, over the course of the 14,000 hours that kids spend in our K-12 system, if we can give them more voice and choice, if we can help them discover their passions, their dreams, if we can help them get to the top of their mountain, imagine what the future of our schools could be. Thank you.